All right, welcome back to another custom Lego creation by myself. This is a Lego bridge. As you can kind of see here, it's a fairly large suspension bridge. And the idea here is eventually it will go into my city layout and be a bridge for my train. So you can kind of probably, if you paid attention to some of the sets that have come out, you can certainly see what at least the main bridge part is based on. I was able to nab two of the Spider-Man Bridge Battle. It has some really long name, but essentially the Bridge Battle set. And that basically is what gave me pretty much the pieces to go from the tower over to the left, and then from this tower over to the right. So then what's in the middle, I had to sort of use pieces from my own collection, and I had to make a bricklink order to get matching plates like that. But basically, that's kind of what my sort of beginning was based on. Then from there, I decided to try to customize it a bit more. So some of the things survived from the actual set, but I did take out most of the sort of play features that there were. And then you can kind of see that the bridge is actually very long. And underneath the track, if I swing this around here, for most of the way, if I just snap one of those off, I got a whole bunch of those large black sort of flat plates, and that's what most of the bridge is paved with, if you will, with the one exception that there's actually some studs. You can't really see because the train is on there right now, but there's a couple of lines of studs sort of in the middle there where I can just snap the track on so that it doesn't have too much wiggle room, and that should keep everything together when the train is actually moving across the bridge. So that's kind of the top of the bridge, but where I spent the most time actually customizing, since the middle was fairly standard really, was down below, and I decided that my crooks in my city needed a hideout, and what better place to do that than in the various support pillars for this bridge. So I'm going to start here. Now I should note that all of the support pillars are actually interchangeable, so depending on how my final layout is, and I kind of built this bridge without exactly knowing how I'm going to do stuff when I redo my city, I may move some of these around sort of in the order, whatever fits. But basically, kind of going through them one at a time. The first one gives them a spot to sort of stash away their jet ski. You can just kind of move those bushes right out of the way. And then you've got a jet ski back there that they can take to go rob a bank or whatever it is that they are about to do. And then the next pillar over, this is really probably my favorite one, just because I put the most, details in, I guess. We have a dock here. It's got the tires, which was kind of an inspiration from, actually, I think it was maybe one of the earlier Lego police sets from a couple years ago. I don't know. I didn't own that set, so this is probably done differently. But I was able to make that work. And then you can see there's a door where they can get in, and you're not going to be able to really see what's inside from here, unfortunately. And there's also a couple boards over that window, but just for sort of play value, if you will, but just to kind of get in there. And again, I really need kind of a flashlight because you still can't really see what's going on back there. But in the back, and you're just going to have to trust me, I guess, since it's not showing up real well, there's a couple of crates full of diamonds and other gold bars and things like that that the thieves have already stolen. If we swing down to the next one, this is sort of their garage, if you will, where they store just their supplies. So there's a wheelbarrow in there. There's some tools in the back. There's a crowbar. There's a thing of dynamite. There's a beanie over there on the side. And again, just kind of their storage area. And then the last one, because again, I want this to kind of fit in on my city better, this one is going to be the reclaimed by nature support pillar. You can see that there's been a hole that's formed inside it, and sand is starting to kind of leak in from the waterway. And then there's some various plant life and whatnot going on in there. There's a spider web, which the Spider-Man bridge set had a whole bunch of those spider webs, so at least I was able to use one within the set itself. And there'll also be, some extra things once I play. So I have a snake that I'll put in there and a couple of other things, kind of make it look like, these pillars are pretty much off limits. And then all of a sudden, if you swing down, you can get to where all the crooks are going to hide. So that's my bridge. That's my custom bridge. I'm very happy with how it turned out. I think it looks good, really, from all angles. I was able to fairly seamlessly integrate sort of Lego's main design for the bridge set, and then obviously just make it a lot bigger. I tried to keep the general look the same, but I did add a few extra things here and there. And like I said, there's a lot of stuff kind of underneath that you can't really see now that I had to redo to make the bridge, to actually be able to connect these two with a fairly substantial gap between the two main pillars. And I really wanted this to look like a proper suspension bridge, and so that's what I was kind of going for here. So that's my custom bridge. Again, I'm going to have I think it's going to be for my trains. It's not going to be a bridge for cars or pedestrians, just for the train. I really like how, this is just a train I had sitting out, but I like how this looks kind of going through. And I think it'll be a really fun and sort of eye-catching addition to my city. I definitely needed some larger structures going on. And so this is the first of, I don't know, maybe a few more large things before it's all said and done. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.